Call of Duty's skill-based matchmaking has got a lot of criticism with the release of Black Ops 6, and with good reason. It feels like you are going on a game-to-game basis of dominating and then being dominated, and you don't know which one it'll be before it even happens. So I decided to lay out why this happened and visualize it so it can be better understood. We'll be using 18 people divided into 3 brackets for our example today, but obviously it can be expanded to a much bigger pool size. We have our top, middle, and bottom tiers for players. Each player is then filtered into their respective brackets based on their skill. Seems simple enough, right? But notice how there are some standouts in the top and bottom brackets. These are your top 0% and bottom 100% players. The best of the best and the worst of the worst. The other 16 players will be your normal, top, middle, and bottom tiered players. Let's look at the bottom tier first. You have 5 people whose gameplay may look something like this. Slow and dying a lot. Then you have that 6th player who dies a lot, almost all the time. This is the player who is playing with people who are technically a lot better than him, but because there isn't enough players with as low skill as him, he plays with players who are a lot more skilled than him, but still fall under the bottom bracket because they are what you would call the best of the worst players. Moving into the middle bracket, we won't be discussing much here, as this is your average pool of players. A pool filled to the brim with your casuals and weekly players. Not a whole bunch to cover. Then we move to the top tier. Gameplay that may look similar to this. High kill counts and knowledge of enemy positions and spots. This is where you get the top 5% of players. Better than the average casuals, worse than the professionals like the GOAT Clayster.
Look, he's just, yeah, you thought I was, Clay! What are you doing? Are you serious? Oh my god!
However, we have our 6th player still. That top of the top, best of the best, nuke dropping, spawn destroying god. That one player who has mastered Omni movement and knows each map like clockwork. There isn't enough of him in the top bracket to fill a whole game, so he plays with other top bracket players like these 5. However, he is so far above their skill that he wins almost every match, and the other 5 get farmed for experience for the following 10 minutes. There isn't much that can be done about this without making the top 0% wait in a 20-minute queue every match while they wait for other top 0% players to log on. This is where you run into issues of getting stomped randomly every 3rd lobby. The top 5% are great players, but they aren't the top 0%. The top 0% is so good that there just isn't enough players in their bracket, so he plays with the lesser skilled players. So, in conclusion, be good, but don't be great. Only be about 85% as good as you want to be in order to have consistent matches. Stay out of the top 5% and stay out of the bottom 10%. Agree with my wrap up? Don't agree? Let me know below.